Movie Chat, American Psycho from 2000 with Christian Bale. Yum, yum, yum. So I'm just going to add guests in. I'm looking more alive than I did last week, which is good. Right, let me add Kat in. I should add them in one at a time. So hopefully Kat will be here. And I've got lipstick on my teeth already. Kat!
Jenny, hi!
Bateman, you look so good!
Ready for the office.
Oh, you look so good. You look hot.
Thank you very much.
Oh, let me add Joshy in. Josh, there we go. Oh, no, you look so good. I just saw you with your severed hand as well.
Gotta have props, you know.
Scary. Right, Josh should be here, hopefully. I can't wait to chat about this film with you guys. Hi, Josh!
Hello.
Hello. Look how fat Kat looks.
I know. I'm a bit scared.
I know, I'm a little bit. Oh, if she says she has to go and return some videotapes when they're in trouble, really.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, guys. Thanks for joining us. Emma can't be with us because she's just got back off holiday and she's hosting some really epic, awesome book event today with Jay Christoph for the bookshop. So yeah, she's probably resting now, to be honest. So it's the three of us, but yay! And I'm so excited chatting with you. So just to introduce you, we've got he can often be found in a rain mask holding an axe.
I hate the rain.
Oh dear, that just brings out the murderous side in you, Josh. The brilliant Josh Winning, whose books are Heads Will Roll, Burn the Negative, and I always forget to pick the shadow glasses.
Oh, poor little foxes.
These two, because these two are hardbacks and on the hardback shelf. That's why. And our very special guest is not Patrick Bateman, unfortunately, but a good substitute is Kat. And Kat has the best business card in the business. The font is exquisite, as are her books. Kat's new book is The Devouring Light, which I devoured, excuse the pun. And
So
it's
good.
So I really do recommend. And I've got wicked little deeds behind it as well. So Kat's books are always my favourite as well.
Oh, thanks.
So, yeah. Oh, hi Matthew. Hi everybody. I just did something to my comments then, but this come back now. So yes, we're going to be chatting all things American Psycho from 2000. So it's a horror film, I guess, directed by Mary Harron, who co-wrote the screenplay with, I should always practice these names, I always butcher the book, but Genevieve Turner, she wrote the screenplay with. So it's based on the 1991 novel by Bret Easton Ellis. It stars Christian Bale as Patrick Bateman, a wealthy New York City investment banker who hides his alternate psychopathic ego from his co-workers and his friends as he delves deeper into his violent hedonistic fantasies. Dum, dum, dum. And the film has a great supporting act, including William Dafoe, Jared Leto, Reese Witherspoon. I mean, I could go on. It's just a brilliant supporting cast. The film kind of blends like psychological horror with like a black comedy style. I would say like is it, what's the word? Like it's like a yuppie, to like portray like yuppie 1980s culture, I guess. I don't know whether that's the right word I'm using. And the vast majority of the dialogue in the movie is taken word for word from the novel, which I found quite interesting because you don't normally get that close adaptations with movies from books. To gain the buffed appearance for the film, apparently Christian Bale would spend several hours a day in the gym and then 3 hours with an on-set trainer.
You can't tell.
No.
No.
I think he could have done a bit more, right?
Yeah.
Either that or that's where we're going wrong. Patrick Bateman spends at least 40% of the film either shirtless, in his underwear.
Oh, is this why I like this film? It's just suddenly
This is
occurred to
why I
me.
like the film. Oh dear. Hi, Milena. Matthew said, I think it was billed as a horror / black comedy when it came out. I think it's a full of comedy. It's got so many comedic elements. So is American Psycho a first time watch? Have you seen it before, or what was your first impressions of it when you saw it back in the day, Josh?
I saw it on DVD when it first came out, sort of 2000-ish. And I remember liking it mostly for Christian Bale. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But it was around the time that I was obsessed with like slasher movies, 90s slasher films.
Yeah.
And this definitely felt like a completely different animal. The title suggests something quite schlocky and silly and campy, and I guess kind of to a degree maybe it is, but definitely sort of teenage, young adult me was slightly sort of flummoxed by the whole thing.
Yeah.
It didn't stop me rewatching it quite a lot for, reasons that I think you've already touched upon. But yeah, so I haven't watched it in a while, but it was really good to go back to it and see it with fresh eyes. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. How about you, Kat? Have you've seen it before, or what was your first impression back in the day when you watched it?
I watched it, I think, when it came out in the cinema. So I think I was around 17-ish then.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I remember not understanding some parts of it, and I think now that I've had a rewatch, I'm like, oh, okay.
Isn't that so strange? How we're like, I'm exactly the same, like on the rewatch.
Yeah.
We're older and wiser now. We understand things better, maybe. We've explored our inner psychos enough.
I mean, there's definitely so much that I'd forgotten completely. Like some of the people that were in it, I'd forgotten that Willem Dafoe's in it, that Jared Leto was in it, Chloe Sevigny as well. Like all of these people who were fantastic in the film, I just completely blanked on them. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I think probably more now than when I watched it the first time.
Yeah, I completely agree with you both. Like I remember watching it back in the day, and I think it was just went over my head, and I was like, I don't understand why people are saying this film is good, because I just didn't enjoy it. And then I think I must have watched it another time and kind of, got the gist. And then this time when I've watched it, I'm like, now I know. I've obviously learned a lot. And it wasn't just about Christian Bale, Dave Good. But yeah, I think, I don't know, I did understand it more definitely on this watch. So maybe it's one of those that just takes a little bit of time to fester in the old brain, maybe.
Yeah, grower.
Matthew said Bret Easton Ellis dated a Wall Street stockbroker in the 80s, and his observation of the guy's co-workers and the culture inspired all of this. Oh, wow.
Totally makes sense.
So there's been kind of like an ongoing debate whether this film is a drama, a thriller, a horror film. Some even argue that the film is more of a black comedy, as I mentioned. So what genre would you classify the film as, Kat?
I'd probably say it's a satirical horror, because it definitely has those satirical elements to it. But I mean, even if I'm going to spoil the ending now, but even if you assume that what happens during the film isn't real, I mean, you're still seeing this, so you can't really say it's not a horror for that.
Yeah, that's so true. That's so true. Oh dear. How about you, Josh? Where's it lie with you on the genre?
I would say the same. Like my gut reaction was like psychological horror, because it is so much about, he's called American Psycho, it's about his psychology. But I think I prefer Cats. It definitely is satirical horror. There is such an interesting tone to the film. I think it's like weirdly, like it's flat in the sense that it doesn't flag up when it doesn't like nod wink to the camera when it's being satirical.
Yeah.
It's got the same tone when it's got the murder scenes, when it's got the sort of humorous banter scenes. It's all the exact same flat tone, like the business cards, that sort of flat,
Oh,
creamy
that
tone
scene.
to everything.
Yeah, so
Um,
good.
so yeah, it's definitely one that is difficult to get a grasp on, I think,
Mm,
because it doesn't give much away.
yeah. I
But
kind
yeah,
of like films like that where you can't like put it in a particular box. Because
yeah,
it just means that it's just so out of the box that you just cannot put it in. And
Mm,
I
yeah,
really love films like that. Make you think as well, don't they?
mm.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So looking for a way to create the character of Patrick Bateman, apparently Christian Bale. Now, I'm sorry, Tom Cruise. I'm sorry. But apparently he stumbled onto, like Tom Cruise is going to watch this chat. Apparently Christian Bale stumbled onto a Tom Cruise appearance on the Late Late Show with David Letterman in 1992. And according to the co-writer Mary Harron, Bale saw Cruise with this very intense friendliness, but with nothing behind the eyes. Just quoting. And Bale subsequently based the character of Bateman on that, apparently. So during production, Christian Bale followed the morning routine that his character, Patrick Bateman, described at the beginning of the film, which I think is kind of awesome that he like really went in the zone. And I think he stayed in character most of the time during filming. So what were your thoughts on Christian Bale's portrayal of Bateman? Did he get you? Was he scary? Josh?
He is quite scary. That shot of him looking over the stairwell covered in blood screaming, that is pretty
Mm,
horrifying. And even bits when he's sort of like moonwalking behind Jared Leto, putting on his um,
the
rainproof
raincoat.
coat. Yeah, he is scary. And then yeah, because like, you kind of laugh nervously, I think, with him.
Mm.
You never really trust that he's not gonna absolutely lose it.
Yeah, you just don't know. That's the thing.
Yeah.
You just don't know.
Even when
Yeah.
he's being really calm and he's got the two prostitutes and he's sort of like puppeteering them around the apartment and being
Mm,
very calm, it's really quite unnerving because
mm,
you're waiting for him to suddenly snap. And the great thing about the film is in that sequence you don't actually see him snap, you just see the
the
bloody
aftermath.
nose and the bruises
Yeah.
afterwards.
Mm,
So it treads a very clever line, I think, in what it shows us and what
yeah.
it doesn't.
Yeah, I agree. How about you, Kat? Did you like his portrayal? You got in the
Yeah.
zone?
I mean, he was very convincing in that while I was watching it, I was sort of thinking back to like other people that I've like met over the years who've sort of had that vibe. And looking back, you're like, oh God,
Yeah.
what were these people really like? But he definitely has that intensity down, and I can totally see what that quote was talking about with the Tom Cruise comparison.
Yeah. Soon as I
Mm.
read it, I was like, I see it. Like, I see
Yeah.
exactly what they mean by that. Yeah. He just has this like, and the thing is, the way that Christian Bale plays it is just so, like as you say, it makes you nervous as a viewer, like watching him play it, because you just think, like, even like when you've seen it before, you still feel like, was it going to change? Like, what's he going to do?
Yeah.
And yeah, definitely that scene where he's standing over the banister, like you said, Josh, he's just with that look on his face as well. Oh, it's the stuff of
Yeah.
nightmares, that is. Matthew said, I thought he was fantastic, a fantastic Patrick Bateman. That moonwalk scene with the platinum headed axe was fantastic. Apparently, he just did that. It wasn't in the script to do the moonwalk. Apparently, he just did it. So, well
He's so
done.
talented.
It's such an iconic scene now as well, isn't it? It's like, you see it
Yeah.
everywhere. But apparently Christian Bale as well insisted on getting Bret Easton Ellis's, so the writer of the book, his approval for the portrayal before filming. So I think Bale showed up to a meeting dressed and groomed as Bateman, a bit like Kat.
Yeah.
Even introducing himself to Bret as Patrick Bateman. after 10 minutes, apparently Easton Ellis begged Bale to stop because his hands were shaking and he could not take it anymore. Easton Ellis said this was the single creepiest moment of his life.
Wow.
So that just shows like how much into character Christian Bale got. Like I wouldn't have liked to have I would have liked to have witnessed the genius of it, but not like the intenseness, I think. Because apparently he distanced himself as well from others on set to like kind of create this like mysterious, unsettling vibe. And that would really unsettle me if I was on set and an actor was doing that. That would really unsettle me. So apparently certain scenes in the book either had to be completely removed or toned down for the film due to the graphic and extreme nature of the murders and the torture scenes. Patrick Bateman apparently in the book is way more misogynistic, racist, sexist, homophobic. And some readers either had to stop reading the novel and take a break or didn't finish it due to its extremely gruesome scenes. And obviously the characteristics were overall heavily like toned down for the film, but subtly it was still very present. So have either of you read the book? I haven't read the book. I have heard about it, but I'm too scared. Have you got it, Josh?
I've got it behind me somewhere, but I haven't read it.
Have you?
Yeah.
You've got
There
it.
It is.
Yeah, I'd love to. Oh, yeah. I mean, that cover just gives me the creeps.
Yeah.
But I'd love to give it a go. But I'm a little bit scared. I'll be honest with you.
I was put off because there are these enormous paragraphs that really go into full detail into his like skincare regime.
Oh,
I'm like, do I need to read all of that?
Yeah, I think it's maybe one of those that would be like good to do on audiobook because you can just kind of like.
Oh yeah, it would be good. Oh, I don't know. I don't know whether I'm brave enough. Like, I mean, I can normally read anything really, because obviously it's subjective and you can just block out what you don't want to, think about, I guess. But I don't know. I'm a bit scared.
This is weird though. He's in the book. He is 26 years old, but in the film he's 27.
Oh,
It's quite a small but strange change.
Aged him up. I'm not sure I'm 100% right. Matthew in the chat might know, but I'm sure they changed the year as well, didn't they? Only like by a year, I think. Oh, so maybe that's why they aged him up in the film, because I think it was a year later than it was set in the book, I think.
Was it for the music, maybe?
Oh, maybe. Oh, definitely. Yeah. Perhaps they thought better music in 1987 or 6. I want to say 7. Yeah. So apparently, Harron, the co-writer and director, had attempted herself to read the novel when it was originally published, but found it too violent. However, rereading it, she realised that there's just enough time had passed, and as it came up to the millennium, to produce like a period set film, so set in the 80s, and to kind of bring that satire out and comment on the era and the social privilege of the era. So do you think Harron did capture what she wanted to capture with that, Kat?
I think definitely. I mean, you can't watch that film and not get that 80s vibe from it. That strong, like, yuppie Wall Street feel. I mean, it's in the clothes, in the routines, in, like, the really superficial friendship conversations that they have in the film. I think she did a brilliant job there.
Yeah, I do too. I think it did. What do you think, Josh?
Yeah, it's great, and it's a side of the 80s that we don't necessarily really think about or talk about that much anymore. We, especially in like the nostalgia crowd, we're very much celebrating the fun, positive stuff from the 80s, and not necessarily the greed is good sort of side of things that was very much the Wall Street part of the 80s. Yeah,
so true. Yeah, because like if you think about like 80s now, I'm like, yeah, prom queen, like like fun things, but yeah, you don't necessarily see the bad side of things, and this definitely does hone in on that and does it well, because like straight away from the offset, really, you kind of think these people aren't very nice.
Yeah, and it's quite subtle in the way that it does the 80s, because so you've got things like the prostitute's fringe, that sort of savage, straight fringe that she has, but the costuming isn't like garishly, outlandishly 80s. It's very specific and pared back, I think.
I think if I think back to the first time I watched it, I don't think I even realised it was set in the 80s.
I don't think
when I was younger, I didn't even click, because it wasn't like in my face that this was, 1986 or 7 or whatever. It wasn't in my face, on the screen. So I don't think I picked that up until probably this time around. And I was like, oh, wait a second, when it all clicked into place.
I was the same, don't worry.
Yeah.
Oh. It was exactly the same.
Not just me being a picker. Matthew said, isn't the book 1987? Oh, maybe.
I've got here that the film is 87, but it could be wrong. Yeah.
I might be wrong on that. I thought I'd read that, but it might be wrong. So after the novel was originally optioned in 1991, so way back in 1991 they optioned the novel. Bret Easton Ellis himself was set to write the script for director Stuart Gordon, with Johnny Depp starring as Patrick Bateman. Can't imagine that. I just cannot picture that. But apparently Gordon wanted to do the film in black and white and stick as close to the book as possible, meaning a guaranteed X rating, which I think it would have been quite cool in black and white, because then you could get away with the gore, I guess. So obviously they toned it down for this version with the new director and the co-writer. And obviously the gore was, like, whilst it's implied and you do see a bit of blood, you don't actually see, like, bodies getting chopped up. It's, like, kind of implied. So did you like that, or would you have liked to actually have seen more of it, Josh?
I felt like we saw quite a lot. We saw bodies hanging.
I was like, I need more. I need to see Jared Leto chopped with an axe.
Yeah. I think maybe when I was younger, I was a bit disappointed that you didn't see more of the actual killing. But I think that because Christian Bale's performance is so compelling and so unsettling, you feel the terror of it through his performance as much as you would through the gratuitous display of violence, maybe.
Yeah, definitely. How about you, Kath? Did you want more gore like me?
To be honest with you, I didn't notice like any toning down of gore. I mean, noticed it had I read the book. I'd have been like, oh, these bits were missing. But I think I was just filling in the blanks, because it just sort of gave you the build up to it, Bateman lunging at somebody with an axe or whatever it was, and you kind of see the aftermath, and I think I just mentally filled in those blanks. So I didn't feel like any of the gore was missing. It felt like a real bloodfest to me. So
there's a head in the fridge.
Yeah.
Whose head was that?
I think, doesn't he go to a club and he's with the 3 girls? I took it was the one girl after the club. I took it. I could be wrong, but apparently that was achieved by the actress in question sticking her head up through the fridge shelves, which I thought was pretty cool.
Literally cool.
Yeah, literally cool. Oh, see what I did? Oh no, but I totally agree. I do feel like maybe did I want more gore, or am I like you, Kat, where I just filled it all in my head anyway, and that was just enough, and maybe I didn't need to, because maybe if I saw it on the screen I'd be like, that was too much. You know what I mean? So maybe in my head I'm like, yeah, more gore, but like in reality I'd be like, no, too much for me. Maybe, I don't know, but yeah. Matthew said you can always tell who actually lived through the 80s and who came of age after it by how they talk about the 80s. That's so true. They were good, but there was so much awful in that decade. Yeah, definitely. Hi, Sharon. Matthew said, I think the gore you don't see that's hinted at. Sorry, let me start that again. I think the gore you don't see that's hinted at, like when he pulls the tools out of the drawer with the two women, but you never see what happens, like you said, Josh. It's much scarier that way. Yeah.
And it is almost like you're inside his mind, because then what we don't see is he blocking that out afterwards, trying to repress it and not think about it. Or if he just imagined it all, is he not imagining like the actually really horrible stuff that he wants to do?
Yeah. I mean, that scene when he's got the two prostitutes and he's obviously, you know, having sex with the one, and then he just looks up and because he's obviously done something horrific to her, and he just looks up under the sheet and he's got that blood on his mouth. I mean, that was like, that was just creepy.
That was one of the most disturbing moments, when you see the blood coming through the sheet.
Oh, yeah.
It was really horrible.
Yeah, because it's the unknown, isn't it? You don't exactly know what he's done to her, but obviously you can hear her. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh. The shudders. So where am I? So apparently the single biggest cost of the film was the purchasing rights to various songs used throughout, including Huey Lewis and the News, which is Hip to Be Square, and Genesis, In Too Deep. So what other 80s songs should have fit into the film that would work well with his like murderous monologues or like a murder scene? Kat?
I think
so many good ones.
Well, I don't know if these are going to be accurate to the year, because I've never remember what year anything was, but maybe something like Rebel Yell, Billy Idol. I think that would be quite a good.
Oh yeah.
Or because I love the fact that, you know, the songs are like really kind of almost perversely upbeat. Something like Whitney Houston's "I Want to Dance with Somebody."
Yeah. Oh yeah. You can imagine him doing that, and with the big monologue to go along with it as well.
Yeah, do a bit of that one as well.
Love those choices. How about you, Josh?
Mine is "I Want to Know What Love Is."
Oh, a bit of Air Supply. Oh, was that Air Supply?
I thought it was Foreigner.
Yeah, I think it is Foreigner. I don't know what I was thinking. It just came out of my mouth. Here we are. Yes, I think it was Foreigner, wasn't it?
Yeah, purely because I feel like Patrick Bateman just needs to feel the love of a good man, and everything will be okay. You know? He's so terrified of being a gay man that he kind of drives himself kind of crazy, I think, is what is basically going on in this film.
Yeah. Oh, I like that choice. I was going along the lines of like, you know, jolly tracks. So I kind of went with, I think it's Huey Lewis and the News. I went with "Happy to Be Stuck with You." Because I think that's what it's called anyway. And I was like, that would be so cool, because he could do his epic monologue again to like someone different about Huey Lewis. And then he could just have a jolly old time. Like, he could even recreate the music video when they're stuck on an island, you know.
Yeah. I love it.
Either that, or maybe Madonna's like "Live to Tell," because obviously no one's going to live to tell the tale after he cuts them. Something like that. Matthew said Whitney Houston's record company refused to license her version for the film, so they had to make a symphonic cover of "The Greatest Love of All." Yeah, I wonder why that was
beautiful. It was lovely, really that instrumental.
Yeah, I wonder why they couldn't use it, and I thought, I wonder if it's because they couldn't get the rights. They're all wanting to fix Patrick Bateman. We're all trying to fix Patrick Bateman, Matthew says. I knew it would come to this. You know us too well now, Matthew. This is what we try and do.
We just need to give him the tools to fix himself, and the tool to fix himself is a man.
Melania says "Cold as Ice" by Foreigner would work well too. Yeah. Can you imagine? That would be so good. I love that. So Christian Bale was warned by many that taking this role would be career suicide to play the lead in this film. This only made him apparently more eager to take the part. He was really into getting the part. unfortunately for him, you know, the opposite turned out to be true, and you know, it was a breakthrough performance for him. It enabled him to like get lots of other roles after. But apparently, like clothes brands dropped out, like Calvin Klein, Rolex. I think he should have said a line about a Rolex watch, but he just had to change it to watch. And I had noted about Whitney Houston not allowing any of her songs to be used in the film as well. And there is a rumour as well that Huey Lewis and the News, apparently, it was initially on the soundtrack, but then after a while, apparently due to lack of publishing rights, it got removed from the soundtrack and removed from the CD. So there must be some CDs out there with it on and some not. And there is a rumour over the years that he just didn't want to be associated with the film. That's just a rumour.
They're going to stick with Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Not American Psycho.
So do you think this was justified, that like so many brands were concerned about being associated with the film? So do you think it was the right decision that they weren't associated with it, Josh?
I don't know. It's a film.
I know.
It's just, I don't know. It depends if they have to pay to be in. Who licenses? Like, does the film company license the use of the brand? So I guess they don't want to take money that is going to be perceived as sort of like exploitative in some way. I think it's always interesting to hear about these knee-jerk reactions when they haven't actually seen the product themselves. They haven't read the script necessarily. They haven't seen the film. They don't know how the topic is being handled. It's the same as what happened with people protesting Silence of the Lambs when that film was being made. There were lots of protests going on, like very, you know, honourable people wanting to protect LGBT rights and trying to sort of make people accountable for bad representation. But I do think that you know, it's putting the cart before the horse. Is that the way you're saying it? They don't actually know what this thing is. It hasn't been made yet. So how can they possibly pass judgment?
Yeah, that's a good point. I'm guessing there was, I mean, I'd love to know when the book was released, you know, some of the commentary around when that was released and the controversy, which no doubt was around when the book came out. So maybe it just got a bit of a bad reputation that way, maybe.
Yeah.
What do you think, Kat?
Yeah, I mean, I can kind of understand them being cautious, not knowing how the film was going to be received. You know, you don't want your brand aligned with the values of a serial killer, really, do you? So I can kind of understand why some of the big brands would be, you know, better safe than sorry. We'll not have our, you know, watches or whatever it is in the film, because we don't want to look like, you know, if this is really badly received, we don't want people to say, well, we can't wear those watches because we'll look like, you know,
Yeah. I suppose, like, if you think of Calvin Klein, they had quite a clean image, I guess. So they're trying to keep that clean image. I don't know. Back in the day, interesting. I was just like, it must have been so hard to even just try and get the film made because of these reasons, with all these, you know, brand deals dropping out, like especially in the early 2000s. That must have been tough, definitely.
I do feel that having a female director gives the film a lot of I don't know, not credit, but sort of it slightly depowers this sense of this is like a toxic masculine idea, I guess.
I was so pleased to read that it was a female director. I didn't know that.
She's the only one who could crack the story, I guess, because she wasn't looking at this sort of women-hating, misogynistic, homophobic piece of work. She was looking at it as a really interesting text written by a gay man that had so much going on that was beyond the surface.
Yeah, no, definitely. And if you think, you know, it sold the rights in like 91, and it had gone through a couple of different people at that point until it got to her, and she just cracked the code, and she did it good. I give her a due on that. She really, really did it good. I thought she did anyway. I just saw Sharon say, Sharon said she enjoyed the film, which surprised me as I loathed the book. I was just saying, Sharon, I'm too scared to read the book, I'll be honest with you. Oh dear. Matthew said there were calls to censor the book in the US when it came out. It almost destroyed Ellis's career. It had a bad reputation before the film was even made, so that would be why the brands dropped out then, I'm guessing. Matthew said people were horrified and outraged when the book came out. Wow. Shaman said, I don't mind the violence, I just find Ellis awful to read.
Not me, right?
No, not Cat Ellis.
No relation.
Matthew said, oh, I love Bret Easton Ellis's books. He's a despicable, odious man, seemingly, but his books are fantastic in my opinion, except Glamorama. That was a bit much. I've never read any of his books, like, never.
I've read, I think, Less Than Zero when I was in uni.
Oh.
I didn't like it, to be honest, but...
Because that got adapted into a film, and I think he didn't like the adaptation as well. Sharon said, definitely not Cat. So,
she's just scared of you because you're wearing your Patrick suit.
Yeah, that's it. So apparently a new adaptation of American Psycho is in development, but it's not a direct remake of the 2000 film. Apparently Austin I've just renamed him. Apparently Austin Butler, so the guy who played Elvis and he's in loads of other stuff, hot. That's all we need to know. He's rumoured to play Patrick Bateman. I'm easily pleased, obviously. So this project is a new take on the novel, and it's expected to take a slightly different focus and possibly more on the eroticism. So we're in 2025 now, although earlier I accidentally wrote that was in 2026 because this year has just disappeared. But do you think a remake of the film is needed, for one? And do you think brands are more easily hooked in nowadays because that's just the package deal with it? Like, there won't be a problem getting like brand deals and things like that, maybe? Kat?
Yeah, I think because they've got the first film to look back on and see that, you know, there wasn't, you know, mass cancellation of the products that were in it. I think they've got some like reassurance from that. But whether there's like a need for a remake, aside from you wanting to see Austin Butler with a shirt off,
I mean, he's always got his shirt off, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, it's a compelling argument, but I'm not, without knowing like what they're really going to change about the original in the remake, I don't know if you do need one, because the first version was great, I think.
Yeah. Maybe they're trying to go down the route of bringing like stuff like Basic Instinct back and, you know, 50 Shades and stuff like that. And my favourite personal body of evidence.
Oh,
I always seem to bring up. Where we can never look at a candle again.
We can't. Or Madonna.
No. How about you, Josh? Do you think a remake's needed? And do you think it'd be easier nowadays to get brand deals that way?
Yeah, it probably would be easier to get the brand deals. Everyone wants a piece of it. But yeah, I don't really need a remake. And Austin Butler, he's fine. You know, he's very nice to look at. I don't know that he's actually as good as everyone says that he is. Sorry, Austin. I think, yeah, I think he'd be fine. But yeah, I feel like they did it so brilliantly in this version that what is there to add? You know, I know they did a musical, like a Broadway musical version.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like,
yeah,
I didn't know what to say.
Well, some of the early film version, the drafts that got thrown out, they ended with a musical number and things like that. So it was already kind of in the DNA of the project, even way back when. But,
I just can't imagine it as like a theatre thing. I just can't picture it. So then blood splatter the audience and stuff like that. That would be cool.
I wonder what he sings about.
Do we want to know? Imagine like when he's like doing his like daily routine, putting on my face mask, with lots oatmeal stuff.
Exactly.
I wash my body and then my hair. Something like that. Call me. I'm available for auditions. Oh, I saw Matthew said read the shards. Oh, okay. Maybe I might need to give that a go. Sharon said erotic psychopath, interesting direction. Milena said, I think there is such horror in the present day that a lot of people would be desensitized. That's what I think. I think it would just, we're so used to it now. I mean, I'm too scared to watch even though I say I want more gore, I'm too scared to watch the Terrifier films, just from what I've heard. I just don't think I could deal with it. I'm really not great with like body horror things too well. And so even though I say, yeah, more blood, more gore, I'm like, in reality, probably not. But yeah, a lot of people are desensitized nowadays. But I just don't think anyone can compete with Christian Bale's portrayal. I really don't. Matthew said, I think they could move it to Washington, D.C. in 2025 and it would be spot on. American Psychos are plenty there.
Yeah.
So true. So what scene in the film stuck out to you or disturbed you the most? I was going to write, like, what was your favourite scene, but I thought that was a bit wrong. So what scene stuck out to you the most, Kat?
I think watching it this time around, my most disturbing scene is probably different than it would have been when I was 17. But the one that I really didn't like was where he meets the homeless man in the alley, and it's quite near the beginning, and the dog. Oh,
yeah, that was awful. Yeah, I didn't like that either.
No,
not nice. How about you, Josh?
I love the bit where they are all comparing business cards. And I swear it's like the way they flick them open, it's meant to be phallic in some way. And it's just very, very clever. It's sort of like Willy measuring, but with business cards. It's so good. And like, I love that it goes back to it later on when one of the guys comes in with like that gilded sort of bronze. And you can just see Patrick's face. He's so upset about it. It's not okay.
As a viewer, you're kind of like strangely satisfied that he's upset about it as well.
And I love how the opening credits use that font from all the business cards. It's great.
So good.
And I love the jokes in the business cards where they are all vice presidents. How are there this many vice presidents? It's just so stupid.
Yeah, definitely. I love that. Oh, so good.
What was yours?
I think back in the day I would have said the axe scene, but this one, that chainsaw scene, like, and it wasn't just because he was naked, I promise, but just that whole scene and the way they do the cinematography down, looking down those stairs, and the whole thing, and just then obviously you know what's going to happen and you know it's going to get her and she's just got no hope, but you're still as a viewer hoping and praying that she gets away. And then you just see that scene of it panning down with her just lying there, and it's just, the whole scene is just horrifically scary. And you know, things that could definitely have happened in real life, unfortunately, which is scary. Oh dear, gives me the shivers.
That scene is very quickly followed by Reese Witherspoon being broken up with in a restaurant a full year before Legally Blonde, where basically the exact same scene happens.
Oh yeah, I thought the scene was familiar. I was like, this is familiar. Oh, I love that. Matthew said, I can do with human gore in films, but I can't deal with animals getting hurt. Yeah, 100%. 100% agree with that. So having such faith in the film, as I've mentioned, Christian Bale turned down other film offers, and apparently, you know, for 9 months he turned down auditions in the hope of winning this part, which he paid off.
Well, he got dumped, didn't he? He got pushed out by Leo DiCaprio.
Oh yeah.
But he had the role. He was preparing for the role.
Yeah.
And then the producers were just so desperate to get Leo that they sent Leo the script and said, we'll give you 20 million to do this. And he was like, yeah, okay. So then Christian Bale got dumped.
Oh.
And then Mary Harron was like, this is some bull, you know, and
Yeah.
then she got dumped instead. And they both waited for months and months and months, knowing that Leo was never going to do this film because it was far too controversial. It was never going to happen. So they just like sweated it out for months. And then when inevitably he walked away and Oliver Stone walked away, they were like, oh, do you want to maybe talk again about that film?
I would have put the fee up at that point. I would have been like, yeah, I want money now. Oh, wow, that's so interesting. I love stuff like that, like how things come to be and stuff like that with films and how people get the role and stuff. So obviously, as you just mentioned, there was, you know, people before Christian Bale. So I'll read some of them out. Tell me your honest reactions to some of these potential casting choices. So obviously I mentioned Johnny Depp earlier, which we all went, no, can't picture it.
Yeah.
So apparently at one point after the project fell through, David Cronenberg replaced Gordon, the director or writer, with Brad Pitt set to star. What do we think of Brad Pitt? Can you picture that? I think I could.
He was really good at, in Thelma and Louise, he was really good at being sort of like morally dubious and not a very nice person. But he feels a bit too skinny, a bit too scrawny.
Yeah, he would have had to, you know, beef up a little bit, maybe. Yeah, I think I could. How about you, Kat? You can't picture it.
I can actually. I think he's definitely got the acting range to do it convincingly.
Yeah.
And I've seen him buff up, like when he was in Troy. He was pretty.
Yeah,
I could see it.
They were all like, that could have been okay.
But I think the thing about Christian Bale is that he is really, really gorgeous, but he's just a little bit. There's some. He's not like just perfect. Not sure. Whereas Brad Pitt is just the perfect man, isn't he?
Yeah, well,
which is kind of sometimes a bit uninteresting.
We can't fix him, he's too perfect.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Oh dear. So apparently Ewan McGregor was offered the role of Patrick Bateman. No. I mean, I love Ewan McGregor. He can sing to me all day with that beautiful voice, but I can't imagine it.
A bit too boyish, maybe.
Yeah, Kat was shaking her head like, no.
Yeah, no, he looks too much like a nice guy, I think. I don't think he could pull it off.
No. So, Josh, as you mentioned, Leonardo DiCaprio. Could we imagine that? Oh, no. Especially with his image back then as well. It was very, like, clean cut. And I think Christian Bale or somebody talked Leonardo DiCaprio out of it. And I thought I read that it ended up being years down the line Christian Bale's mother-in-law or something like that, which I found quite funny.
That's brilliant.
Apparently Keanu Reeves was offered the lead role. I just cannot. I think if I'd seen Keanu Reeves doing that role, like, no. I'd just be like, scarred for life. No, I couldn't do it. Billy Crudup, is it his name? I just know him from the morning show. I can't think what else he's been in, but
he was in Watchmen, but wasn't he just blue in Watchmen?
Oh, was it?
It's completely blue.
That's probably why.
He was in Almost Famous.
Oh yeah, of course he was. Yeah, I could imagine that. Yeah, definitely.
I'm just googling to see what he looks like.
Yeah. Oh, now he's older. He's quite. I like him in the morning show. Yeah, Cat's like.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen him acting anything, so I can't comment on that. But maybe sort of visually.
So quick fire on these ones because they're a bit. Ben Affleck.
Oh no.
Matt Damon.
No.
And Vince Vaughn. That's like a possible.
Maybe.
Yeah. Possibly.
Maybe. We're on the fence on that one. And apparently, on a separate note, Drew Barrymore and Liv Tyler were originally sought to play some of the female roles, not Patrick Bateman, unfortunately.
I could see Drew Barrymore being
Yes.
Patrick Bateman.
100%. That would be so cool. So there was a lot of supporting cast, as we mentioned. So did you have a favourite supporting character in the film, Josh?
I love Chloe Sevigny. I think she's so
so
great. And I love how in this, because she often plays quite wacky, quite dark characters, and in this she is sort of the embodiment of purity and innocence and goodness. So, like, she's crying when she sees his book is full of like horrible illustrations of women getting killed. Yeah, I think she was great in this.
Yeah, she was. I agree. I watched something recently with her in, I think it was that Monsters on Netflix, the Menendez brothers. And she was so good in that. So good. I love her so much. She's brilliant. And talking about branding, if I even think about that TV series, like they use certain songs in that now when I hear them on the radio, I'm like, I associate them with, Milli Vanilli. They use quite a lot in there. And they used a Crowded House song at the end of it. And now every time I hear it, I can't unsee that scene in my head. It wasn't even like a horrifying scene or anything. It was literally just quite end scene. But yeah, it's just amazing how things, so maybe people are right with these like pulling out of the brand deals, because they do stick in your head.
Yeah, good point.
Oh dear. How about you, Kat? Did you have a favourite supporting person?
Yeah, I really liked Chloe Sevigny as well, but I think also I love Willem Dafoe in anything.
Yeah.
He was great in this, and also the fact that, I mean, he usually plays quite sort of weird, dark characters, and in this he was like the good cop, I think. Yeah, it was nice to see.
I found him pretty scary.
Oh, yeah.
I think he kind of plays three different characters in this, I'll be honest. Like, one where he's like, the cop and he knows what's going on. Two, he hasn't got a clue. And like three, he's like a little bit like in the eyes, as we know from William Dafoe. I think he was great in it. And funny enough, my two that I wrote down was Jean, the character Jean, and obviously Detective Kimball, played by William Dafoe. And I did read that they use like a CD case to reflect light into Patrick Bateman's eyes with William Dafoe's characters, but Bateman doesn't react, indicating that he's dead inside. I was like, I wonder if that was true. I love that. Matthew said Leonardo DiCaprio had to wait for Wolf on Wall Street, where he eventually did play a Bateman-like character. I've never seen that film,
No, I haven't either.
Good.
Is it good? Okay, good. Gotta add that to my list.
He's very funny in it, actually.
Is he?
Yeah, he's got great physical humour in it.
Ah, okay. I'm going to give that a watch. Matthew said, every time I see William Dafoe, I think of him under Madonna in Body of Evidence.
Yeah.
He likes the candles. Sharon says we're all trying to forget that. yeah, we are. It's like out of our
just when I think I've forgotten it, Shelley brings it up again and it's there.
It's like I'm obsessed.
When's the last time you watched it, Shelley?
Probably yesterday. No, I mean, oh, it was going to be a few years ago. Okay. I don't think I've introduced Kev to it yet. So, Sunday night treats.
Yeah, do it.
I'll hide the candles after. Mary Harron apparently intended the ending to be ambiguous rather than definitive, like not a definitive that it was all in his head. Spoiler alert. And many viewers interpret it as like a dream due to Bateman's unreliable narration and the confusing climax, because it does get a little bit higgledy-piggledy at the end. But the film's goal was obviously to leave the reality of his actions open to interpretation. So what is your interpretation of the ending? Did he really kill the people? Did he make it up? Was it all in his head? Josh?
It's all in his head, isn't it? he's just gone a bit. He's cracking under the pressure. You know, he's trying to personify this sort of perfect, beautiful American man who's got it all. He's educated. He reads the right magazines. He's got the perfect job. He's got the beautiful fiance, and it's just causing him to crumble inside. And it's sort of stirring these violent hallucinations, I guess, or fantasies that provide an escape for him. And he just needs to go back to that gay club. Why were they going to that gay club all the time and not picking up guys? They look awesome, but why is he talking to women there?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I like that. How about you, Kat? How did you interpret the end?
Yeah, I'm of the same mind as Josh. I think it was all in his head. I was looking back at parts of the film thinking, was there anything in there that definitively couldn't have just happened in his head? And I couldn't think of anything. I mean, I miss things all the time, so maybe there were. But yeah, I couldn't see anything that couldn't have been just his fantasy. So yeah, I'm tending to agree with Josh.
Because obviously, so obviously they imply, don't they, especially with that kitten scene with the ATM where it's like, feed me the kitten, and I was like, do not feed the kitten to the ATM, but so it implies it. But I had a little niggle this time around when I watched it, because obviously I knew the ending, so maybe I was looking out for stuff, but I was kind of going along the lines of, you know, they're from money and it's all about, you know, this social privilege that they've got. And then that scene at the end where he talks to his lawyer, right, where he's going, you know, did you get my voicemail? You know, I'd done all these bad things and I've murdered Paul and done this. And the lawyer's like, you couldn't have murdered Paul. He was with me in London. Like, giving like a little thing like, have they covered all this up just because he's got like wealthy privilege? Because his dad's very wealthy. We know that from the beginning when it's mentioned about that he's doing this job. So you kind of think, it just made me doubt myself a little bit in my head, thinking maybe it is a cover up. And the woman in the apartment, when he goes to, I think it's Paul's apartment, and she's like, don't come back here again, like as if to say, don't bring it up, just be quiet, go out the door, don't mention it. So now I'm starting to like doubt myself.
That's a really good take on it, is that it actually has all been covered up. Yeah, like, I love that.
Yeah, and it was only this time when I watched it and I thought, it was the lawyer that did it, and I was just,
because the lawyer tries to pass it off as like, oh, it's a hilarious joke, what a great prank you played. And then when Christian Bale, when Patrick Bateman is like, no, listen to me.
And he's like, no, like as if like, be quiet.
Don't question, it was a joke.
Yeah, stop like bringing it up. And the woman in the apartment was very much the same as well. And almost to a point that she kind of knew who he was as well, I thought. And I just picked that up this time and I thought, I just got in my head a little bit too much. So some people have stated they felt sorry for Patrick Bateman during his confession scene. It was acknowledged that the character's psyche was obviously deteriorating and the scene was showing the result of that. So did you feel sorry for Bateman by the end of the film? Josh?
It's the old classic. I've got empathy for him. Like, my reading is very much that he is a gay man having lived through the AIDS pandemic, terrified of being gay, and being not being accepted by his peers in this very high pressure environment. I think he's trying to conform to an ideal that it's impossible to conform to. So in that way, I do really feel for him. But I don't know that I have sympathy necessarily. I have empathy for him, for sure.
Yeah, I agree with that. How about you, Kat?
Yeah, kind of the same thing, really. I can understand those factors that have driven him to where he is in the film. But at the same time, like his outlook on women and things like that, there's not really a lot of sympathy that I can feel for somebody like him.
Yeah, no.
Whether he is really doing these things or just fantasizing about them.
No, I agree. And I couldn't feel sorry for him, especially when obviously I had a different view on the ending in my head, and it just made me angry because I was like, yeah, this is like privilege at its worst. I gave like Kevin like a half-hour monologue on it, I'm sure. And he's just like nods, yeah, Shelley. But now
Get your axe out.
yeah, that's it. Put a bit of like Huey Lewis and the News on, that's it. Bit of a moonwalk. Meringue coat. Just had a new coat actually. There you go. But yeah, I think it is hard. I don't know how people can say they feel sorry for him. Maybe, like as you say, a bit of empathy there, but yeah, not sorry for him, definitely.
I feel like he's clearly got a lot of money. He needs to be in serious therapy.
Yeah.
Pay for the best therapist in Manhattan, guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
With the best business card.
Oh yeah. Nice therapist.
Sharon said it could be either that what makes it could, I don't know if I can't read. I've lost the ability. It could be either that what makes a fun film. My friends and I were split on it too. Yeah, so I wasn't sure back in the day. Matthew said Patrick Bateman shows up in the periphery of a few of Ellis's novels. Oh, Rules of Attraction and Luna Park are two of them. Oh, okay. And Matthew said, I view it as he did do those things, and because he was so wealthy and privileged, he gets away with it. Ah, okay.
Really, yeah.
Really rich people get away with all kinds of atrocities in real life. That's so true. Oh, dear. Naming no names.
Shelley. I'm constantly mopping up the blood that you've left.
Always. Oh dear, I'm trying to think. I do tend to really like films or books that are like Eat the Rich kind of vibes. I tend to be drawn to those, and I really enjoy them. In fact, if maybe I've got one on my shelf, it will get me out of my reading slump that I'm currently in. So maybe I need to hone in on that. That's a good idea.
Have you seen that film, The Hunt?
Yeah, with
So
Betty Gilpin, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've got the right. I was like, have I got the right person? Yeah, so
great.
good. And have you seen Promising Young Woman as well?
Yeah, I didn't love that, but I could see the parallels for sure.
I about halfway through, me and Kev were like, "Oh, not sure about this," but it was the ending. Without spoiling it, the ending just sold it for me. Have you seen that, Kat?
No, I haven't seen either of those two films.
Oh, okay, yeah. The ending of that Promising Young Woman, it got me. It got me, and I was like, "This is just genius." So last question then. So the film has obviously developed even a cult following and a strong presence in meme culture since the 2010s. So do you have a favourite meme or that has been a product of the film? Because I feel that the memes are probably more famous than the film, to be honest. Sometimes I see them everywhere. Josh, have you got one?
This is news to me. I have not seen a single American Psycho meme.
Oh wow, you haven't?
I feel like no. I feel like maybe I saw the clip of him. Is it when he's on the phone and he's like, "Sometimes you just gotta kill somebody" or something? I feel like I've seen that, but maybe clipped just on a TV show or something.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen. What are the memes? Tell me what they are.
Well, has Kat got one? Let's see if Kat's got
Yeah,
one.
I mean, I posted one of my stories with this. It was the Patrick Bateman, the laughing one, and his head just pops up laughing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think. But the main one that I always see around is him, when he's got his headphones on and he's walking. I see that all the time everywhere, and people put really cheesy music over the top of it. I'm pretending to listen to this, but really I'm listening to this. And that's the one I see the most. And then obviously the the axe scene, I see loads of different memes of that everywhere. But yeah, it's the headphone one mainly, where he's just walking, just that simple scene. That's all we need to do in life. It's just something like that.
Is there a meme where it's just him in the shower? because I could watch that
Oh.
one.
It might be like a GIF, like a boomerang.
Up
We could
and
just
down, up
that.
and down.
Oh dear. Oh, I did. Oh, I was going to say I did that to Kev the other day, but not in the shower. What happened was
Doing a face scrub, Kev.
at work, they'd ordered some like high vis stuff, and they came too small, so I got Kev to put it on, and it looked like one of them like 1980s crop tops that the men used to wear. So I like got him to like spin around, and like I put it on like a little boomerang thing. So he was getting. It's the little things in life. I've got it saved as a favourite. Oh dear. So yes, we've got to the end of our chat. So overall then, on this watch, were you a fan of the film? Would you watch it again, Josh?
Yeah, I do like it. I don't feel like it's one I need to watch a lot over and over again, but I do
Yeah.
enjoy it when I do watch it.
Yeah. Okay.
And I will watch it again.
I'm sure you will. Just the shower scene.
Oh yeah.
Over again. Over and over. How about you, Kat?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely would want to watch it again because the first time I watched it, obviously I didn't know the ending. And then the second time I'd forgotten the ending, so I didn't realise, I wasn't looking out for the things that I needed to look out for to sort of decide whether it was all in his head or not. So I'd love to watch it one more time at least for that.
Yeah, I'd love it, like, if you did watch it again and see if you picked up the thing about the lawyer and stuff, like, yeah, I just think...
I will. I'll report back.
There's that moment. There's a moment when he runs into the wrong building and he shoots the guy behind the desk and he shoots the cleaner, then he goes out, then he comes in, and then he comes into a building that is identical to the building he's just been in. That makes me kind of feel like it is slightly a mental breakdown.
Yeah, yeah. So like that, he did imagine that, and he was just, yeah. Either that, or he really did go in the wrong building and cause all that chaos.
Yeah.
Oh dear, but yeah, thanks guys, and thanks
Shelley.
everyone in the comments as well. And do check out our special guest, Kat Bateman. No, Kat Ellis. Kat Ellis's book, The Devouring Light, and obviously also Josh's books as
And this
well.
one too.
Oh yeah, and then we've got Wicked Little Deeds as well. Whoop whoop.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks guys, and come back again soon, Kat. It's always a pleasure to have you on. Sharon said, "Oh, we've all thought about killing annoying people." Sharon says, "We've all thought about it." Oh, thanks guys, and see
Thanks,
you soon.
Shelley. Thanks, Kat. Bye.
Bye. Bye.